Hey guys, let's get started. Let's get started here. I am so excited. I am pumped. And you guys know I am pumped. All right. Ricky is on here with us. And listen, whenever Ricky gets around, boy, it's a good thing. You know, Ricky started with us a while back, and got some stuff from us, and then went on this journey, and he figured it out. Guess what? Anyone who can make $120,000 in one single day earns our respect. All right. Every day, guys, we get out in this market and we get pound around, right? And we try to make as much money as we can. It's a journey, it's hard. So hey, when any of us get some success, we got to recognize it. The cool thing about Ricky is that he's willing to share, guys, share his knowledge. He's a young guy, but guess what? He's got the mentality of a 60-year-old, all right, and a veteran. So guess what, guys? We've got a real good treat. Okay, Ricky's been with us in the office talking to traders. He takes traders under his wings and help them out. So, man, I am so pumped. I know you guys can hear it from my voice, okay? This is a real treat to hear it from, you guys hear stuff from me all the time, but to hear it from someone, a trader that's out there and is doing it every single day. I mean, he's at it, guys, every single day. All right. So I want to welcome Ricky, buddy, my friend. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. Ricky's going to focus on mindset, guys. Mindset. He might go into some of his tradings, how he does things, but I want you guys to get his mindset. That's the most important thing. If you guys get one piece of information from Ricky, that could make a big difference, okay, in your trading. If you guys have any questions, send a chat, and I'll make sure you guys' questions are answered. So, Ricky, just give these guys a bit of a background, right? How you got started with trading. Tell them about your journey. But I want you to, if you don't mind, a lot of times, as traders, we get into this business, right? And, we just want to really get into trading. And we know that 80 to 90% of your work is done with your mindset, right? So kind of just go through your background, your experience, and just give them some nuggets, man, some good nuggets. All right?
All right. Welcome, guys. My name is Ricky. I done a few, I did an appearance in person one time with David. I don't know how many of you guys saw that YouTube video or whatever he posted. But really what it comes down to, guys, is David, I want to stress this.
Okay.
And I enough. I know you like to call me, the $100,020 single day mind. But in all truthful honesty, bro, that trade was taken fully on fundamentals. Now, for those of you who don't know what fundamentals are, is that trade was based off of market movement with all the news and everything. So fundamentals is like going with the big boys and with news, right? So the reason I was so confident in that trade was because I knew exactly what was going to happen. All right. I knew exactly, like, there was no way that trade was going to go against me. Like, there was no way. All right. Like, that was you never get 100% trade, but that trade was 100%. All right. I'm not going to lie. That was 100% guaranteed profits for me with that trade. And that setup, I looked for that setup for an entire week. I watched this market for weeks and weeks.
Hey, Ricky, your buddy Kevin is here. Kevin is on.
Oh yeah.
Kevin is on.
Yeah, he just said he joined. But yeah. Actually, he doesn't know this story at all too.
So he'll find out, huh?
Yeah.
Cool,
I told him
cool.
about it, but he doesn't know the full story.
Okay.
So pretty much, yeah. I watched the markets for a few weeks, and I was anticipating a move, and when I executed it, I had no worries. And the reason why I had no worries was I was getting my mind right. You understand? Because these markets will control your emotions, and if you let it, you will lose. I'm not even lying. Like, you will lose. You're not gonna win at all. Like, if you cannot hit that buy or sell button without saying, "Oh my God, did I make the right choice?" If you're questioning your trade as you entered, you're gonna lose that trade, 100%. I don't care if you go in profits of 5-10 pips, you're gonna lose that trade. You know why? Because it happened to me. It happens to me. It happens to the best of us, and you just gotta learn from that mistake. All right. But why it's so important of having the right mindset is, as traders, we're trying to go in these markets, get our profits, and get out. You know, most of us are scalpers. Most of us are swing traders. You know, however your style is, it all falls under the same category because we're all just trying to make money in these markets, right? So that's why having the right mindset is actually, is actually key. And in order to have the right mindset, you need to set goals for yourself, right? In order to have the right mindset, you need to have a goal set. If you don't have a goal, then your mind will not be right. You understand what I'm saying? So what I have done, actually, me and Kevin, like I said, because Kevin's been with me for about 2 months now. He's been with 2 months now. And since he's with me, he used to work for one of those telephone companies, like when you call and then he was a representative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for 2 months now, Kevin quit his job. Oh my God, that went off. Happy. 1 second, David.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in my car because my house is just too noisy right now. And you would. Anyways, can anybody hear me fine? Good?
Yeah. So you said in 2 months he quit his job?
Yes, he quit his job in 2 months. He took that leap of faith with me. And Kevin's been making consistent income with me since he quit his job. All right. So I'm just saying, you understand what I'm saying? Like, but he came in with the right mindset, saying that, yo, you know what? I believe in you. I got faith in you. Let's do this. Let's get it. And that's what we did. We got it. We get it. And, we're making consistent money. And he lives in Guyana. Okay. Okay. Somebody said they can't hear me.
Okay. Can you guys hear Ricky okay?
He sounds muffled.
Yeah, he sounds a little muffled, but we can hear him.
But you can hear him?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead, buddy.
Hold on. Maybe can I just turn this car on? Maybe it's the youth. Okay, can anyone hear me now? It's fine.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, that's better. That's better, guys.
That's better, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Ricky, I think you're good.
Okay, I'm good. All right. Good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right. So pretty much, So Kevin, he's been with me for about 2 months. We're making consistent, and he lives in Guyana. All right. So the problem with him being in Guyana is the U.S. Currency to Guyana currency is not that good, but because he's been able to make consistent profits, like, it's enough to him to survive over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not going to take too much time in that, because this is mostly for like mindset kind of thing. But I just want to say that, he having the right mindset to trust me, and with his journey with me, it's been tremendous. I'm not gonna lie, we have hit a few rough spots, but that happens to the best of us. It happens to me. It happens. You're not going to win every single trade, guys. You have to understand that. You're going to take your losses. You're going to take your small losses. You're going to take your big loss. You understand? Like, and you shouldn't be discouraged if you take a big loss or a small loss. You have to learn from it and try to figure out what you did in order to not make that mistake again. So that was one of my biggest flaws when I first started. I always second guessed myself. Could everybody mute their mic so I don't get interrupted, because I feel like I'm getting interrupted. Hey, David, can you mute everybody?
Yeah, I did. I just did.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, because it keeps cutting in and out. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so about having the right mindset with a loss and, a win. So here's a lot of things that, this is what messed with your mindset. And this is what I learned. And you never, ever get too confident when you're on a win streak. Because when you become too confident, you're gonna wanna step out of your comfort zone. You're gonna wanna go against your plan. Like if you have a plan saying, okay, I'm gonna come in this market and I'm gonna make about 15, 20 pips every day, and that's it. Now, if you notice that you're winning consistently, you're like, you know what? Maybe today I'll try to get 30. No, do not do that. Because the minute you do that, you're just gonna mess up your entire self. You're gonna go against your strategy, and you're gonna take a loss. You're gonna be like, wow, like, how did that happen? Like, I was just on a roll a whole week with winning, and then I just took this big loss. So that's why having the correct mindset and a plan, mindset and plan, if you have those two things, you will be a successful trader. As long as you have those two things.
Hey, Ricky.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, how do you get that mindset, bud? What, because you came in, and when you came into the office, and I noticed it right away just by the way you spoke. There was a sense of confidence, right? So I think sometimes a lot of us, we just have that. But how do you get that? How can someone get the type of mindset that you have?
All right, so having the right mindset, it honestly does not come easy, because you have to pretty much take every doubt out of your mind. Like you can't think about losing. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have to think about this like, yo, like this is all I got. Like if I fail, I am done. I gotta go to a 9 to 5. Like I'm done. Like I cannot succeed. I would never have financial freedom. You have to put all of that away from your mind. Because once you're in like, say for example, if you're in a trade and you're thinking about, oh my God, I need to win this. I have a bill to pay. That's not the correct mindset. That is not the correct mindset. What you do not want to do is put your bills on this market. And I stress this to Kevin a lot of times. He knows this. I said, do not put your bills on these markets, because these markets do not care if you have a bill to pay. You understand what I'm saying? So, because a lot of people trade to pay their bills, which is understandable. Just don't risk your rent money or your car payment money and, just try to flip, because once you start doing that, your mindset is just out the window. You're just trying to gamble. At that point, it's gambling. All right? At that point, it's honestly gambling. You do not want to gamble. As traders, we're not gamblers. We are frowned upon as gamblers just because obviously we're putting money to see if something goes up or down, right? But what a lot of people fail to realize, there's a lot of more things that go into that with technical analysis and, you having an edge on the markets and whatever like that. But to have the correct mindset that I have, I had to go through a lot of shit. Like, to be honest, like I had to really sat down and just think about what I really wanted to do if I really want to make trading like my go-to. And the way I did that was I just took every negativity out of my mind as possible. And I'm like, regardless, if I enter a trade and I win or lose, I'm gonna be okay. Right? And that's the mindset you have to have. You're gonna be okay. Once you enter a trade, you're gonna be okay. Whether it's a loss or a win, you're gonna be okay. And that's just the way you have to think. Like, that's the way you have to think. You just think like you're like, you enter this trade and you're like, you're good. Like, you're good. Like, don't even worry about drawdown. Don't worry about a loss. Like, just go with the flow, man. Like, I'm not explaining. Like, that's just how I am, man. Like, you know, like, when I enter a trade, I have no worries. Like, if I'm second guessing a trade, this happened last night to me and Kevin. If I'm second guessing a trade, I am not entering that trade, regardless of the fact if it's going against me or if it's going to go with me. And I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed to say this. I missed a good trade last night. We missed a really good trade last night. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset. You know why? Because the market is always going to have another opportunity. Do not chase a trade. Once you start chasing a trade, you're going to end up with what's called FOMO, fear of missing out. And that will mess up your mindset so terribly. Trust me, guys. I know. I've been there. I've done it. I've cried on these screens. I've screamed at these screens. You have no idea, okay? Every single body is going to have to go through this. You understand? Like, you're going to have to go through the phase of blowing your account. You have to go through that phase of learning. And it's a process. It's a process. And with you having the correct mindset, that's all it takes. Honestly, that's all it takes.
Hey, Ricky, awesome, buddy. Awesome. And then, so the mindset, right? The mindset, critical, guys, critical. We want to work on that every single day. All right. And then Ricky mentioned a plan. Ricky, what when you mention a plan, what's a plan for traders? What's a plan that they can implement?
All right. So what I mean by plan is you want to have a set of rules that you do not break, right? So you want to set, like, so like I just said, like, if you have a plan, like saying, okay, I want to make like X amount every day. I want to make X amount every week. Stick to a plan of where you're just meeting that goal. Don't go above it and don't go below it. I know it sounds crazy not to go above it, but once you get comfortable and you go above it, there's a high possibility that you will lose everything. Because if you go against a plan that you have written, and with all of these little notes that you put, like, I will not enter a trade if this happens. I will enter a trade if this happens. I'm waiting for my signal to enter this trade off of this candle, off of this zone, and etc. Like that's what I mean about like a plan. Like, you have a set of rules that you follow and you don't break them.
Very good. Guys, we'll open up the floor in just a minute. So if you guys have any questions, Ricky, I know the answer to this, right?
Okay.
And I know this is really what helped you. I know traders are out there always looking for the holy grail, right? I believe in this, right? I believe in this, and I know you believe in it also, right? So what I want traders to do is kind of get away from all of the crap that's out there and focus on really what matters when you're looking to trade. So I strongly believe in support and resistance. When Ricky came into the office, right, we talked about support and resistance, and this is something that I know Ricky uses a lot, guys. Okay. And so, Ricky, can you talk about support and resistance, man, and what it's done for you, and how you treat support and resistance?
All right. So, support and resistance. I would have to disagree with you, David.
Okay.
I have to disagree with you because you know me. I'm always trying to find the next thing. I'm always trying to get that next edge, right? So supporting, okay, so this market, I'll be honest with you, like, no one will tell you this, okay? No one will tell you this. And I've learned this and figured this out, all right, you cannot think like a retail trader. All right, you cannot think like a retail trader. And with that, why I'm saying you can't think like a retail trader, because the big guys who are these hedge funds and the banks and everything, like they can see your support and resistance areas. All right, this is not a joke. This is not a joke, guys. They can see your support and resistance areas. And what most traders do is once price approaches their support and resistance areas, they will enter the trade. There's no problem with that, right? If they put their stop loss just below it or just above it, and they get hit out and they want to know, damn, like, how did I just get kicked out of that trade? You know why? One word: liquidity. Okay? For those of you who do not know what liquidity is, it's where price likes to come back and retest the area and then never come back to that level again. All right. So with that being said, I would focus more, like I have been focusing more on supply and demand. Support and resistance is okay as long as you can handle a decent stop loss, because the reason why support and resistance is so iffy is because once price goes to a support area, it doesn't necessarily bounce right off. It'll penetrate it just a little bit and then go up, right? So that's what I'm saying. Liquidity is at that bottom. So what the big boys are doing, they're coming down and they're grabbing everybody's stop loss before heading back up or down. That's what it is. All right.
Very good.
That's how, man, that's how the big boys trade. And like, you have to follow, like, do not think like a retail trader. And I would hate to say this, but don't even depend on candlesticks, man. Like I can't even, the amount of stuff that I've learned in the past couple months, like taking my trading to the next level, it's like, what was I thinking? Like, this is set up to they're setting you up to fail as a retail trader. They're setting you up to fail with as retail traders. And if I could give anybody advice on how to trade, stick to your support and resistance, but manage your stop loss. Like, don't put your stop loss right below it. Like, have some breathing room with it. You understand? And the more success you're gonna have is from zone to zone. That's it. Regardless of the fact of what this candle is looking like, once that candle goes to that zone, it doesn't give a shit if the 4-hour candle is bullish, right? And then it's looking like it's gonna go up. Once it goes to that zone, it can plummet. You know why? That happened last night to me. You understand what I'm saying? And as me being who I am, these things still happen, guys. These things still happen to me. You understand? So don't beat yourself up. These things happen. So you just have to take a step back, take a deep breath, and move on. Because there'll always be another setup out there. Do not fall to FOMO. Do not FOMO trade. You FOMO trade, you will lose everything that you have.
Guys, check this out, right? 2 months ago, Ricky said he figured this out. So it's a constant journey, right? It never ends. We're constantly looking to improve, right? This is the first time I've heard Ricky talk about liquidity and supply and demand. So he's evolving in his trading, all right? And guess what? The more you evolve, guess what? The more money you make, right? So I'm gonna open it up, right? I'm gonna unmute everyone, okay? Make sure, guys, let's keep the background noise to a minimum so that we can get our questions answered and just learn here. We want to learn and get some good information. We don't get this guy a lot. I mean, he's a busy guy. He's a very busy guy. So we've got a really nice opportunity here to pick his brain. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute everyone and just go ahead. Anyone with any questions, you can raise your hands also.
Everybody's being shy, but I'm not.
Go ahead,
So-
Andre.
So Ricky, listen, I'm from GT2. All right. So
All
we're
right.
gonna have to hook up because I've been doing some trading before, but I'm trying to get to the next level, and that's why I've been listening to David. And David has a lot to share. I haven't been following the zone like David is teaching, and so I need to start using some technical fundamentals to do my trading. I've been following the news and doing some FOMO and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of been working out for me so far. But I'm very impressed by what you're saying. Do you think that having gone into monster trading is the monster systems and learned their systems, that has been a part of the foundation on which you're building your trades right now?
I can say this about the monster trading system. It works, right? It works. It's just I wanted to get my own edge on the market. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
You just, as you evolve, you find different things to that clicks for you and what doesn't. So what David's system does, obviously, he sends you a signal. You buy and sell. Yes, that's cool. You make money, but if you want to make it as a successful trader, you don't want to depend okay, David, listen to what I'm saying. You don't want to depend all the time on a signal. You want to learn. That's why we're here. We want to learn so you could take your trading to the next level. And that's what monster trading system does. It gives you that blueprint to take the next level up, right? So don't depend on it. Yes, you can, you take your signals, but understand why those signals are coming as well. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why did that system send a buy signal? Why did it send a sell signal? Don't just see it and just like, oh, look, the system say buy and sell. Oh, let me buy and sell. No, don't do that. Go and see why that system is triggering that signal.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. Very good. Andre, good question. Any more questions, Andre?
I have tons of questions. I don't want to monopolize this whole thing. So
well, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Ricky. So how long have you been trading?
David, when did we meet?
I think it's been probably 2.5 years now.
When I met David, that's when I started.
All right. Well, I've been trading longer than you, so I should be richer than you based on the time I've been fooling around in this market. All righty. That's cool. I've listened to David, and I like what he's saying, and I think it's a good building block regardless of where I evolve to. So I'm gonna learn his system and grow into being mini you. I don't know if that's possible, but David talks a lot about your successes, and I guess he's very impressed with you. And if David is, so am I. So I'm happy that I'm able to hear you. I'm in the New York area. Or you're in Florida, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm in Orlando.
You're in Orlando. Okay. Well, once I go through David's system, he'll put me on to you or something, and we can link up.
Anybody that's in this chat right now, if you guys a conversation, I'm a regular person, bro. I'm a regular guy, guys. You gotta
okay.
All right.
Cool.
I'm willing to help anybody, whatever. Like, for example, I'm not sure if Alex is in here. Alex is trying to set something up. I'm trying to do a lot of things right now because last year I had a real emotional problem. I had to fall back from a lot of things. That probably gave me a little bad reputation because I had people hanging, stuff like that. And I'm not afraid and I'm not ashamed to say these things. So I'm a truthful person. I don't bullshit anybody. And with it.
Okay.
Hey,
Your phone is getting choppy though.
hey, thanks, Andre. Thanks. Does anyone else have a question for Ricky? Does anyone else have a question for Ricky?
I do.
Okay.
Hi, this is Cece from Orlando, and I actually had uploaded the Meetup app, and I happened to find you guys and jumped in, and I should
Welcome,
be
welcome.
attending this. Thank you, thank you. I should be attending this more often than not, and so far I've been picking up a lot of great ideas, great strategies, and as far as my experience in trading, I have really, I'm a student. I have zero knowledge in trading, but I have been studying a lot, listening to a lot of videos, and where I get confused is I'm listening to too many videos or too many different strategies. So now I have not gotten a comfortable strategy yet. So hopefully, eventually I'll pick up on David's or Ricky's strategy, and we can go from there. And my question is, do you guys provide one-on-one opportunities to help folks like me who knows nothing?
Yeah, Cecile, yeah, we'll get together. We have, I do one-on-one coaching with the traders. So yeah, I'll get with you
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.
after Ricky. Yeah. All right, perfect. Hey, Ron, you got a question?
Yeah, David. Yeah, thank you. Ricky, I appreciate you making time for this this call. Let me put on my video here so you can see what I look like. Am I on here? Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been with David for a little bit, learning his system. I haven't bought into the software yet. I'm in the process of that, but I have, you know, certain things that I want to prove to myself that make it work. But you just said that you go beyond his software and you kind of do other techniques to get your successes. I mean, it would be really great. I mean, it's hard to do all this in a call. It would be really great, David, if we can have Ricky come in one day, if it doesn't bother him to make some time for the group, to kind of put an example to work, like everything from start to finish, and how that trade has satisfied you, and you say, okay, it met my minimum that I wanted for that day, right? So that we can understand better from a technical standpoint how you get there, because there's so many, like the previous member just said, there's so many techniques and there's so much out there that it's a lot of noise. But what is truly a successful tactic to get to that success where you feel comfortable in pushing that button and saying, yes, that was a good trade and there's no way it's going down?
So let me add to this for a second here.
Okay.
Okay. The cool thing about Ricky is what I would like, boy, if you guys can do this. And I know Alex is not on the call right now. Oh, Alex is here. And Alex is doing basically what Ricky did. All right. And I hope you guys are able to do the same thing, which is, and I call it the hero's journey. All right. I'm going to repeat that. It's called the hero's journey. Right. So what Ricky did is he came through us. He got some basic, really good information. He got the software, and he went on to figure out, he like he said, right, where the buy signals coming from, where the sell signals coming from.
Right.
And when Ricky, I tell this story here, and Alex is doing the same thing. Alex just called me out of the blue, and he's like, Dave, I'm figuring this out. I think I got it. And I think Alex has all our systems. All right. And he still went out and figured it out. And what Ricky did was this. So Ricky came through, started with us, and Ricky disappeared. Ricky disappeared for about probably 5-6 months. And then I gotta, that's the hero's journey. You gotta go out and you gotta figure it out, right? You gotta figure out why, what, you know, how does this work? So Ricky went out, and I got a call from Ricky. And Ricky's like, I got a call from him. I say, Ricky, you quit, right? You're not trading anymore. Because when I don't hear from traders, I figure, hey, they quit. Rick is like, no, Dave, I didn't quit. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm making so much money. He's like, dude, I just made 10 grand. I made 40 grand. I'm like, no way, right? He's like, yeah, man, I went out and I figured it out. That's the hero's journey. So he took what we had. We got some really good fundamentals, right? The building blocks, and he went to figure it out. Alex just called me. I think Alex, are you on the line? You're here, right, Alex? Alex, where's Alex? Hey, there you are, Alex. Hey, I'm not going to embarrass you. Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's all right. I wouldn't let me unmute myself, but yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So guys, Alex has all our systems, right? And you know, I haven't heard from Alex, and I always get worried when I don't hear from traders, right? I'm like, oh, because, you know, listen, I take this personal, right? I mean, you know, we see a ton of people, they come through, and you know, you get a personal attachment to these traders, right? Because you know, we're all trying to figure this thing out and make money, right? So whenever I don't hear from traders, I'm like, oh man, I hope they didn't quit, right? Give up. So Alex calls me. Well, first of all, Alex, about 3 weeks or a month in, Alex is calling me at night, and he's like, Dave, I want to back test this. I'm like, what are you talking about? No other trader has ever asked me this. It's like, I want to pull reports on the system. I'm like, where did you get that information from? What you know? It's like, yeah, I want to see the performance of these trades. You know, we can do that, right? And I'm like, but Alex, you know, why do you want this information? Because I'm trying to figure out. He's like, well, I want to know how these trades are performing on a report. So I showed him how to do it, and then he left. I hadn't heard from him. And this was about what 3 months, Alex? I haven't heard from you, what, 3 months? Right, Alex? All right, 1 second. All right, Alex.
Okay, I got to stay on mute.
Yeah, I hadn't heard from you in like 3 months, and you called me what 4 days, or 3 or 4 days ago?
Yeah.
And what did you tell me?
I think it was longer than 3 months. It was probably 4 or 5 months. I was talking about how I went out and tried all these different things. And what I found was, if you want buy sell signals, okay, Ricky's taking it to the next level. But if you want buy sell signals that come in and come out, what I found was the best way to get that was exactly what David has already done. Those are kind of the best buy sell signals that you can have. So obviously you could take it to another level. You have to be really, really skilled like Ricky is, and he's gone even above and beyond. But if you're a beginner and you don't know anything, that's literally the best possible way to trade, is what I found, is that support and resistance, moving averages, volume, all these things are you know, the best indications for a system like he has. So yeah, I basically went on my own journey. I was trying to figure out how to set up my own buy and sell signals, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And finally I'm setting it all up, and I'm honing in on it. And what I realize is I'm literally back to what David already does. So yeah.
But guys, thanks, Alex. But guys, so Alex went on his own journey. Ricky went on his own journey. So the cool thing is this, right? Each of us, we've got to go on our own journey and figure it out, right? Ricky is a monster, because not everyone can do what he did and what he does, All right. I mean, he's really, really quick. He's like a machine. Not everyone can do that. All right. Thanks, guys. Anyone else, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions for Ricky? This is your opportunity, guys. Any other questions? Raise your hand.
I would like to say something. Just one.
Okay.
So
Bill, I'll get you in a minute here. Okay. Go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah. So so this is what's wrong with today with some traders. All right. But they tend to follow the crowd, right? So what that means is like they're looking to see, oh, like if this person's making money, oh, let me go see how I can make that. Like the way you don't follow what the crowd is doing. All right. Do not follow what the crowd is doing. You focus on your journey. You focus on yourself and how long, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there.
Bingo.
Don't other people's success in front of you. Because that has to do with mindset as well. That was another key point I forgot to mention. Do not put someone else's success in front of yours. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Very
That's
good. Remember, each of us with our individual journey. Hey, Bill, you had a question, Bill?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. I saw the video that David had posted that you uploaded to YouTube, and you said you started a couple of years ago. How long did it take you after working with David and the system? Were you feeling confident enough to move forward? And I mean, you speak with confidence, and David mentions the confidence that you have. How long did it take for you in doing your trades? I remember you saying that your first trade was $300 and you took right off. How long did it take you to develop that confidence in yourself?
So I was young and I was stupid.
Hey, guys, 25 was young. Ricky, by the way, guys, happy birthday, Ricky. He just turned, belated birthday. He just turned 27.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, like to be honest, like what David said, I was a monster. Honestly, like I didn't care. And I didn't care about risk management. I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted to make money. But the thing with me was I wasn't just jumping in these markets reckless. You understand? Like I had the mindset of I was hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was hungry and I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. Like I'm the best at this right now. I know what I'm doing. And from when I took David and I made my first $300 off of his system, I was like, I just made $300 off of this. Okay, all right. So as I kept making money off of his system, I'm like, I wonder if I could go and try something else to see if I could try to make money on my own. And then when I did that, I was like, oh shit, look at this. And that's when I just took off, man. I just took off. And David, I'm not sure if this is appropriate or not. I apologize if it's not appropriate.
We're wide open. We're wide open.
Most people, but most people, right? When they hear people having success with making this amount and that amount, you're trading demo. Oh, you're not making money. Oh no, it's just a front. David and guys, I'm here to tell you that I am not a front. Okay, I'm not a front. Honest God, everything I make is honest. Kevin knows this. And like I said, this is no disrespect, guys. Okay, no disrespect. You could take this as motivation. All right. So I'm holding $10,000 in my hand right now. Okay. And this is what I've been able to do. Okay. This is what I've been able to do. There's no dollar bills. This is $10,000, guys. Okay. And I'm not a demo trader. Everything I say, I do. And I don't care whoever believes in, no, you're not making this, you're not making that. Whatever I do, I sleep good at night. I don't care about the haters.
Hey guys, when Ricky contacted me and Ricky's telling me this, he sent me screenshots of his account and I'm looking at, and I'm like, no way. And I'm seeing it's it's real. I mean, when you know, and I'm glad, Ricky, you know, I'm glad you you show that, right? That $10,000 because it's real.
I just said, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do this just so they don't know, like, you're hearing all this thing about me and you're like, oh, I wonder if it's real. Guys, it's real,
It's
okay?
real.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
That's awesome. You know, sometimes we guys, really, we're in this to make money. That's the bottom line. And I always talk about that. This is a zero-sum game. There are going to be winners and losers. No one shares in this game. There's no sharing, right? No. So you got to be selfish. You know, when it comes to this, listen, with any other thing, we don't care. But when it comes to this, right, we've got to be selfish because the market doesn't care.
Markets don't care about you at all. They don't care about you.
The market doesn't care. So
nope.
Yeah, very good. So Carlos, you got a question here, Carlos?
Hello. Hi.
Hi there. You got a question for Ricky?
Yes, I do have a question.
Very good.
I'm like green, like deep dark green in doing this. I just started actually looking into it 2 days ago. So that's how green I am. However, I did do a little bit of research. So I do understand some of the terms that Ricky is using. So my question is, how much time when you're buying and selling, how much time are you sitting there kind of looking at the screen, trying to figure out what you need to do? How much time is invested in that, in the process?
To be honest, you do not want to burn yourself out. All right. So if you're just staring at a screen 24/7, I would not recommend that. Do not do that. You find time for the charts, you find time for your family, and you don't let this consume your life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take that much. Honestly, like, people overcomplicate trading a lot, and it should not be overcomplicated. It's a very simple thing, and you're the one who's gonna make it hard. All right. Like Alex was saying, you know, I completely agree with him with, you know, the moving average or the volume and whatever. But like I said, the less indicators and drawings I have on my chart, it's better because you see a clearer picture of what you want to do. Because once you start putting this and this and this and that, you start to second guess yourself, and that's what makes your trading not go as planned. If that makes any sense.
It does, thank you. So we're looking at like maybe 2 or 3 hours that you're trying to figure out what to do, or like a day?
So so when I started, honestly, I would spend about 2 to 3 hours, you know, still having time for my friends and family and my girlfriend at the time and stuff like that. But as as I evolve, I don't really spend that much time anymore on the computer. Like, I spend like an hour or 2 and that's it. Like, I'm done. Like, that's my routine. You know, like, and you'll get to that level once you feel confident and comfortable with your trading. You don't look for it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carlos. Anything else? Any other questions for Ricky, Carlos? Okay, Mary, no. You've got some questions. You got a question for Ricky? Welcome.
Well, every time I have a question, everybody else asks the same question, so it gets answered. But the other thing I had, Ricky, you're quite impressive. I have 4 kids, and the second to the youngest is your age, so I'm real proud of you. But having said that, I was wondering, like, okay, so how long did it take you to, I know I'm always looking at how long, but how long did it take you to say, okay, I want to do this, from the moment you said, I want to do this? Because you said you're in there for 2 years, correct?
Yeah.
So prior to that, what were your skill sets and what were you doing? And when did you, like, when you said, I want to do this, how long from the time you wanted to do that did you actually get your feet wet and started trading? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I started looking into trading before I met David, and it was literally about, I want to say, a week, because one of my friends told me about Forex. He said, "Hey, have you heard of Forex? Blah blah blah." I was like, "Nah, what's Forex?" And he's like, "No, you can make money doing this and that." And I'm like, "All right." So I looked into it, and I looked into it. Then I found David's class, and then I went, and then after I got his system, long story short, I'm not going to stress this. Long story short, after I got his system, I made my first $300 off his system. And then I was like, wow, this is actually real. This can work. And I decided in that very moment to go and figure out how to do it on my own. I didn't want to depend on the system alone just to generate my income.
Thank you. That's awesome. And what kind of skills, what were you doing before that? Because I'm trying to figure out if, this is for me. I've had several careers in the past.
Yeah, can I answer that, Ricky? Okay, so Ricky was basically an entrepreneur, and when you guys look at trading, it's like your own business. So that entrepreneurial mindset is a major advantage. Go ahead, Ricky.
It wasn't that difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about what Ricky did and having that kind of business mindset is that rather than an employee, Ricky really has a business entrepreneurial mindset. He doesn't think like an employee. And what that means is that he'll go out and figure it out. So where most of us, sometimes we kind of wait for the answers to come to us. Okay. Ricky, because of the mindset, and we talk about this, right? We do this in our one-on-one coaching, right? So the mindset, he has the mindset to go out and kind of figure it out. This is like a game. So it's a game to him. He went out and he figured it out. So that's basically his background. Ricky never wanted a job. He quit almost. And I told Ricky, I said, and I'll tell traders, don't quit your job. Don't quit your day job, right? I told Ricky, hey, you trading, don't trade too much. I try to be as conservative as possible, but everyone is on their own journey. But yeah, Ricky is a little unique. He's very unique in that he's a he's a go-getter. He really is. So I don't expect, everyone to have his personality type, okay, because he's a very unique individual. But there are some things you can take from him, right? And I know a lot of us want to get going really quick. Ricky did it really quick, guys. And I want you guys to know that set goals, realistic goals for yourselves. Okay.
Yes.
Trying to make 100. We do that because, hey, $120,000 and Ricky made, 40. Ricky's done really well, but you don't have to make that to be successful in trading.
No.
Listen, 10,000 a year could make a big difference. Okay. But his mindset is what we want. And it's not going to be perfect. Okay. But boy, if we can copy some of the stuff that he's sharing, it gives us an advantage. Very good. Anyone else? Any questions for Ricky? Anyone else? No one else? Hey, Ron. Okay, Ron. All right, go ahead, Ron. Hey, Ron, you got a question for Ricky? All right, 1 second here.
There we go.
All
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to hog the questions. I figured others would want to ask again. So Ricky, when did you make your first million?
Ron is a comedian.
No, and I'm joking because I obviously I'm not working with the IRS or anything, but I'm curious. Is investing, I take it you invest in Forex, that's your primary trading?
Yes, that's my primary source of income, to be honest.
Okay, so so you have other means of income, that's not your only means, right?
No, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
That's
But
pretty
do
much
you,
it.
do you dabble in other things like equities or crypto or anything like that?
Nope. Just
Okay.
Forex. That's my job.
Okay.
That's it.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Okay. Got it.
Pretty disciplined, right? Very
No,
disciplined.
yeah. I was just wondering because the option world I thought would be something that would interest him, but I don't know if that would be something he dabbled with.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Very good question. Anyone else? Anyone else, guys? Anyone else? Kim, you don't have a question for Ricky?
Nope.
No? Oh man.
You know me, I got my own thing going.
I know.
I'm going down with the ship, Dave. That's me.
I know. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else before we let Ricky go? Anyone else? Okay.
One thing he might want to talk about is the systems that he used to trade. If he uses Hugo's Way, if he uses Trade Station, does he use Forex? Does he use trying to think of the trading app that you use to get into leverage up. Oh man, I should know the name of it. But what systems do you use to actually do your trades with?
All right. So all I have is my iPhone, a laptop, and I just use TradingView and MetaTrader.
That's it, MetaTrader. That's the other one I was thinking about. Okay. Now, do you leverage? How much do you leverage when you use Trader? What would you recommend for a person starting?
My is Hugo's Way, and I use leverage from 500 to 1. So, yeah.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, I never use 500 to 1, 200 to 1. Yeah. More money, less risk.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. All right. That's it.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Andre, you had a question, Andre?
No, I don't have a question. I'm just very motivated now after hearing Ricky. And I just wanted to say that I'm going to be signing up for this thing, and I'm going to be talking just like Ricky soon. You guys watch and see. I'm crazy like that. Once I meet somebody that do something, I always say, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I'm glad to see Ricky's doing it because that has motivated me.
And guys, this is what it's about, right? We want to share our successes. You know, Ricky is a great trader. You know, Kim is another guy, another trader. You guys want to pick his brains. Ron is another great trader. And then we've got traders. Alex is a good trader. So that's what we want. We want to pick these guys and gals' brains, and because it's all about helping each other grow. So thanks, Andre. Guys, I want to thank you all. Ricky, especially, buddy, you got a special place right here, right? And I love this guy. You know what? A lot of people, guys, would keep that information to themselves, right? They would make all this money and not share any of their information. And anytime I ask Ricky to come and talk to traders, he's right there. I mean, he'll make the time. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. He's a good guy, good character. And you guys, when you talk to him, you'll see he's a great guy. If you guys need him, I will get you in touch with him if you guys want to talk to him, and he'll help you guys out. Okay, he's someone you want to
reach out. Just ask David for my number and just hit me up.
Alex got in touch with Ricky the other day, and they'll be doing some stuff together. All right. Hey, Joe, you had a question for Ricky? 1 second, let me unmute you, Joe. All right, Joe.
Yeah, you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. You have a question?
Yeah,
for
Ricky, how you doing? Thank you for coming on. Yeah, before he goes, I Ricky, I just like to ask you, which time frame you use? Since you're a quick scalper, do you use the half an hour, 15 minutes, an hour, 2, 4?
I'll leave you guys with this. This is how I break my trades down: the daily, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, and the 5 minutes for entry, and monitoring the 1 minute.
Cool. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. You just break it down. Don't make it complicated. Just break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down. Find the overall direction, and then you scalp in that direction of the trend. Always
sure. You know when you start, and you know where it's trending.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Very good. Hey, Ricky, I want to thank you, buddy. All right. I want to thank you and everyone. I want to thank you guys for joining us this evening. I hope you guys got at least one piece of information, right? I hope you guys are taking notes, and I hope you got one piece of information that you can implement. The biggest thing about Ricky is this: everyone has a different process, and we know that, right? Everyone has a different process, but his mindset, you guys can develop his mindset, okay? And that's his value. His value is his mindset. All right. So thanks again, Ricky. Everyone, you guys be safe, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next call. Okay. Thanks, guys. Take care. Thanks, Ricky.